artist today. I'm going to be teaching you how to draw an amazing character. Personally, my favorite from the Fab Five. These guys are the best movies. Does anybody know what we're talking about? Yeah, we're drawing Goofy today. Absolutely. Now that we have everything, let's go ahead and start with our basic shape. We're going to start with a circle. I'm going to place this towards the top of the page here. Just going around and around, lots and lots of lines. Now, a good way to do this is to lock your wrist and your elbow and just use your shoulder. That really helps out with the curve. Great. But if you didn't do that, that's okay. You'll get your circle eventually. Just adding more and more lines really helps out. Now I'm bringing down our center line. Goofy has a little bit of a longer face, we want to bring it below. And then his eye line goes towards the bottom of our circle here. Extend that on across. There we go. Now he has what's called jowls, so it's that mouth area that extends out a little bit more. We're going to add those in. We're going to do two ovals right below our circle. You cannot be lost already. We just drew a circle and two lines. If you're lost already, you should be riding the attractions. All right. We got that? Yeah. Draw the circle. Yes. Good start. Well, let's go ahead and continue on here. We're just going to start adding in some of those facial features. A good starting point for a lot of the characters is going to be the nose. A lot of things kind of branch off from there. So let's add in another oval. We're going to place this through that center line, down near the bottom of the circle, below that eye line. And this is the first thing that we can lock in. We don't need to change this at all. So I'm just going to go back over those lines a few more times. Really make them stand out here on the page. There we go. You don't have to use a whole lot of pressure, just going over it multiple times. It really helps push that forward. If you want to, you can even add a little bit of extra contrast inside by shading it in. Also helps hide some of those guidelines we have. There we go. Very quick and easy for the nose. Now his nose, of course, or his snout comes out in front of us. Now this is a front view, so it's a little bit harder to show that. What we can do is add in two hills. We're going to put these right above the nose. And these are called depth ones. They help to push the nose forward. We don't have to change this at all, so I'm going back in here and locking it in as well. We'll do one more right above that. There we go. Now since we have the snout lines here, we can start to place in his smile. And his smile, a lot of it hides behind the jowls or the ovals here. So let's start with the cheeks. We have these two little hills right up at that top depth line of that top hill. We're going to add another one on each side. We're just bringing that a little bit in front of the circle and then right on top of our ovals. You can go ahead and lock that in once you have both. And then on the inside of this, we're going to place a little letter T. This is going to be the very end of the smile, and then a smile line. There we are. Now, we can go ahead and lock in the jowls as well. So I'm going to go just a little bit past that letter T. We're not going to connect all these lines up together. I'm going to apply a little bit here. But I like to start with these, and then down underneath the nose as well. We don't want that touching either. So we're just kind of bring that around. Now Goofy, even though he's a pretty amazing character, he's been in a lot of shorts, movies, and everything. He originally started out as a background character. They weren't even going to turn him into a full fleshed out character. He was in, I believe it was Mickey's Review, where he was at a carnival. He was just an audience member, eating popcorn and doing that iconic laugh. But Walt Disney loved that laugh and thought this would make a fun character. So they fleshed him out a lot more and made him the amazing, goofy guy that he is today, which I love. He looks a lot different though. Let me see if I can find the thing we've got here. He looked incredibly different. And we have so many things up here now, I cannot find it. We are going to add in another feature that is very iconic for Goofy, but also for a lot of our other comic book characters, even from other studios. Does anybody know what that is? A lot of comic book characters have it. The body? It's on his face. His teeth. Yeah, I see you pointing to it. Yeah, he has those buck teeth, and a lot of comic book characters have that. Olaf, even like SpongeBob or Bugs Bunny, they have that too. And we'll add that in just a second. I did find this is Goofy, and his name was different too. Dippy Dog was his first original name. Yeah. So if anybody tells you, no, he likes Clarabelle, so he's a cow. No, he's a dog. And he looked very scruffy there too. Very different. I love it. But let's go ahead and add in those buck teeth, right? We're going to pull down. I like to start at the edge of the nose. And then we'll go to the edge of the cheek too. We'll extend down 2 more nice light lines here. I like to make a box and then round it out because he doesn't have sharp teeth. He has very rounded teeth. So I've got the box and then I'm going to round out the corners and we lock this in. And there we go. We'll have that very iconic feature for him, for a lot of those other characters. Now for the bottom, I just like to give him a nice closed mouth. So we'll pull down his chin here. We're going to do a little letter U. Just have that fairly long chin. Bless him. Or I think that was, I don't know, was that a cough or a sneeze? Sounds like a cough. Okay. Up to you. Up to me, I guess. Go ahead and lock that in. And then we're going to add a little bit of his lower lip. Show where his mouth is up there. But we're actually about halfway done. How are we doing so far? Woo! True? Yeah? Oh, okay. So we got super excited and absolutely right next to each other. I love that. We'll copy his homework and you'll be good. But let's go ahead and continue on here. We're going to start adding in the most important part for any character. What is that?
Eyes.
The eyes. Yes, the eyes. We already drew the nose. So let's start things off here with a really tall C curve. Goofy's eyes take up a lot of this circle here. There we go. And as we go to the top, we're going to pull these right down to our middle line with a hill. And then you can lock in this whole shape. We're not going to lock in that center line though. Goofy is a bit of a cyclops. His eyes are connected and there's no separation. But it really helps to give that comedic effect when they want to use it. They can have his eyes go all kind of crazy if they want to. Now, since he is such an iconic character, you can really make the eyes however you want. So if you don't want to do ovals like I'm going to do, you want to do hearts or stars or churros or turkey legs, you can do whatever you want. You can have fun with it. But I'm just going to place some ovals in here and then shade them in nice and dark. Now up top, his eyebrows are the same, no separation. So let's go ahead, we're going to follow the top of the eye. We're adding Frida over here on the left. And then Kahlo over here on the right. We've got his eyebrows in there. And now we can lock in the rest of his head shape here. So a little tiny section there at the top, and then the sides as well. Go ahead and lock both of those in. And stand down. We're still missing a couple of things here, right? Anybody know what they are? Ears. His ears, yeah, we need his ears. You can add whiskers if you want to. It's not super necessary, but he also has a full head of hair. You could add 1, 2, 3 flicks of the pencil up there for him. And then for those ears, they have like a connection point on each side of his head. Just a little bump that we can add. I'm going to place this right above the cheeks here. And then they are stretched out teardrop shapes going down. So we're going to bring this right through the back here, nice and light. And I like to have it get a little bit wider as it goes down. So it's starting pretty thin up at the top, almost a single point. But then we're going to bring them down and add a letter U to the very bottom. You can lock that in once you have it, and just go ahead and go to the other side. Do the same thing over there. Pull that right on through his head shape again. And then make that a little bit wider towards the bottom. There we go. If you want to, you can lock it, or you can shade things in. You can definitely do that. Goofy and Pluto have very similar designs, so if you shade anything in, shade in the ears and the top of the head up here. If you just shade in the ears, then it's a little bit of a Pluto Goofy hybrid. We don't want that. We want Goofy. And then, last but not least, find a place on your page, sign your name, or the signature. But in the end, how did we do? Okay, still in here, looking good there. I'd love to see all of these. Why don't we have an arch on the count of 3? Let's turn our boards around and check them all out. So 1, 2, 3. Turn those boards around. Very cute down here. Look at these. Love the hearts for lines. Yeah. Nice job going across. This is looking incredible, everyone. Very small, very detailed. Super cute. Small one. Nice shading up there. That little hybrid. Fantastic. Very small. You got all the details in there. You got Nick. Very cute on the end there. Well, give yourself a 7 round squat.